right, so we're seeing 22% here. Very good recovery off of this trade here. This trade is busting, guys. I'm in some Nvidia calls, 146. It's right at the money, $30 loss. That's it. I might have to enter here soon again, guys. I'm in one of them for 121. 18% on this trade right here. As you guys can see, we're doing pretty solid numbers. Here I have my stop loss at entry, so we're in these Amazon calls here last. All right, so we're seeing 22% here. Very good recovery off. Time is currently 4:51 a.m. We're gonna go hit the gym, come back, see what's going on in the pre-market, and then hopefully let's have a good, awesome day. Time is currently 6:12 a.m. Pre-market, we already charted up, did our trade ideas for what we see for today. SPY is just currently range right now, which I'll show you guys at open what I plan to do with my real analysis. But so far, we're gonna wait patiently for some good setups. Still, it's around all-time high, so we gotta be careful. But let me show you guys what we're looking at. So this is SPY on the 1 hour. It's literally just ranging. It's going sideways, just chopping so far. So I'm gonna wait for a break to either direction, either up or down. I have a call level on AMD, Nvidia, SPY, a couple levels, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's all I'm watching. AMD, Nvidia, and SPY today. Let's see what we can trade, guys. Got that cup of show. I'm in some Nvidia calls, 146. It's right at the money. Let's see if we can get this pop. It's breaking a nice call level. Market's going crazy here, so we're following the flow so far. It's pretty nice. Looking scary because some stocks are pulling back hella hard, and SPY is trying to break out, but we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to play the same setups I would normally and not think about that loss I took yesterday. Currently at the 9 EMA right now. I only took one contract, so I don't get too wrecked if it does go the opposite way. Let me exit for $30 loss. I should have exited way earlier, but I had to let everybody know when I'm exiting too at the same time. For a $41 L on that one, I'm supposed to cut it at $30, but that was a rough one. That was a rough first start. So we just took our first trade on Nvidia. Try to take some calls to the upside above 145.75. I'm gonna show you guys two here soon. Whole market's pulling back super hard. SPX, SPY, AMD, and same thing with Apple and QQQ. So everything's pulling back super hard. Nvidia was the strongest. I'll show you guys the volume, but that thing just snapped back as fast as it could with the market. You see that super strong ass volume. There's over 15 million buyers at the time, and when you compare it to yesterday, it's even more stronger. So unfortunately, as soon as I entered on the retest of that level, and then boom, just cranked down super hard. But that's also because the whole market as a whole is falling down together too. So we got to be careful and make sure, wait for this 30-minute breakout on SPY to either direction. It's trying to go above, which is why I hate trading around all-time highs, because this is all-time highs again. SPY is so close to all-time highs, about to break here soon. It's trying to hold itself. Okay, we got to be cautious on the next one. Almost forgot to show you guys, this is my P&L right here, down $41 on the first trade, 127, took it at 86 value. So we're gonna try to do the same thing, but on the opposite, obviously, of course. Try to hold as best as we can for a good price target. Market just flipped back to bearish again. Market's going crazy, but we're gonna be super cautious. Maybe just wait for SPY to get out of this range. Let me show you guys this range, the one I showed you guys in pre-market. It's currently in a range, so maybe if it drops below this little support area, which will take some time since market's acting the way it's doing, keeps pumping, dumping, and pumping. 5 minutes goes crazy. The only strongest one that I'm noticing is Amazon here, which if market drops, I'm probably not gonna take Amazon, but Amazon so far is still holding this nice flag, which I did post this in the trade ideas tab too. Probably will update them, let them know that Amazon is probably the best one for bull action, but everything else is falling down here pretty hard. So gotta be cautious on the market. So I almost entered another trade on Amazon calls here, but I'm very glad I didn't. And instead, I'm now watching the 30-minute time frame just to make sure that I get confirmation on the actual candle close. But look at this, guys. So this is 30 minutes here. You guys, you see a nice clear rejection. 15-minute time frame. Look at that, a fake out there. If you would have entered calls on the retest of this area of a nice breakout, you would have got slapped, which I almost entered. I was watching, but I just knew how the market's acting. SPY was even retesting on this little support level, and it's still coming down to support level 2. So everything was looking good. Some stocks pulling up, some stocks pulling down. But I think just playing all-time highs for me is very difficult. So I got to be careful on my next trade. That's it. I might have to enter here soon again. I might take one more stab at some Nvidia here. I swear, though, this is such a risky-ass trade, because last time I did this, I got freaking wrecked. It's doing the same thing, guys. I'm in one of them. For 121. SPY is bouncing nicely, so everything's looking good. It's lining up perfectly, but we just had to be very cautious. This literally could fake us out so hard again, and it will be down like 50, 60, $80 maybe. So we got a massive push on SPY. Everything's going crazy. Nvidia is still here at break even. It's currently about to get a close here in the next minute, which is what we need on the 30 minutes. and that'll be a nice breakout trade. Seeing a nice 13% here. So I have a stop loss right at entry or $1 above entry. It's 18% on this trade right here. As you guys can see, we're doing pretty solid numbers. We just need this thing to keep going. It's currently pulling back here at my stop loss at entry. So I'm eyeing Amazon as my last trade, but on the 30 minutes, we have 10 more minutes for this candle to close. It's looking pretty weak. 5 minutes is holding decently on the 90 EMA, but like I said, higher time frame, holding really weak. Even 15-minute time frame has a little bit of a long way to the upside on that candle. The sellers are decently stepped in, but I'm watching, guys. We're waiting. So we're in these Amazon calls here. Last trade we're gonna take of the day, since the second one was a break even. Didn't even have to be though. That shit's going crazy. Seeing some good profits here again. We're gonna do our absolute best to hold and just set a stop loss at break even. 12% here on this nice gain. Seeing some good green, 13% here again. Waiting for this thing to continue on more, guys. We need like 25%, 30% on this trade. Seeing a good 20% here. We recovered decently off of this Amazon call. We're still pushing for more though, guys. That's what we need. We need a little bit more. All right, so we're seeing 22% here. Very good recovery off of this trade here. This trade is busting, guys. Almost did the same thing last time where I couldn't sell. It's so cold in here, you can see my breath. But guys, we took 3 trades today, called them all out, and those are the only 3 trades I'm going to take. Although I can trade some more. The reason why is because the first trade was a fake out. The second trade was a re-entry of the fake out, and this time it paid out. At least we saw 19%, 17%. Ends up coming back down to my entry level and closing me out on my stop loss because I put my stop loss at entry. That was the second trade. So the first trade was a bad L, a fake out, a $41 loss, and then the second trade literally put me $0 break even. I'm not going to say, oh, I should have closed out, and then the second one would have put me in profits because I'm down for $15 on the day. So I saw a good trade on the second one. And then the third one, guys, we live traded it. You guys saw it. We got a nice 22% gain. We saw 24, saw 23. But the thing is, guys, low risk or medium risk, high reward. We're trying to shoot for a decent stop loss. Totally fine if we get stopped out. Totally fine if it is our stop loss and we close for a decent small L. But where we exit at for our profits, we want to exit in very good profits. So even though I saw 19% on the second trade, and maybe people are going to be, man, you should have edited it. Hindsight, my favorite, yeah, I should have exited maybe. But the thing is the risk reward ratio that my trades and my trade setups is that I'm trying to shoot for over 20% gain on a single trade every single time, bare minimum. If I'm not scalp trading, then I'm going to exit for low risk, high reward. That's why on the second trade I didn't close out. Even though we saw a good gain, guys, I still wanted more gains. Because what would have happened if that second trade closed out for 25% and then the third trade closed out for 25%? That is a nice trade on both of those. I hope you guys are killing it in this crazy market. What I'm also realizing is it's very difficult for me to trade in around all-time highs. When market's at all-time highs, I have a difficulty holding on to the trade ideas because on QQQ yesterday, guys, very good trade setup. It ended up, after it faked me out and closed below my support, it ended up rocketing right after. Same thing with this Nvidia. Comes back down to my entry level, exit out. I didn't let it go down to a stop loss of negatives. I literally had it on entry and I get stopped out. So it is what it is, guys. But I hope you guys been killing it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.